global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. I want to say hearty congratulations to Liberia that they finally made their choice of who would rule them. And of course, the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, has commended George Oponwe for conceding to defeat without allowing the country to go up in flames. While that is going on, Nigerians are reacting over what the Malawian president is doing, and they're wondering, how did we get here? Of course, we're going to give you full details on the journey of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to Germany. A lot of things are being said. We're going to wrap all of this into one, and Nigerians are wondering, how are we going to come out of this mess we found ourselves in? Well, according to the news, let's start with Malawian president. Malawi's president, Lazarus Chakwara, bans himself and his cabinet from all international travel in a bid to save money for his country. The president disclosed this during a televised address on Thursday, November 16. The measure follows a huge devaluation of the currency as Malawi secures a loan from the International Monetary Fund (IMF) to boost its ailing economy. Now, Mr. Chakwara had also ordered all ministers currently abroad to return home. Fuel allowances for senior government officials have been cut by 50%. Malawi's economy has been undergoing turbulent times characterized by an acute shortage of petrol and diesel as well as high inflation rate. Now, Mr. Chakwara said the measures would remain in place until the end of the financial year in March 2024. As part of the moves to ease the cost of living crisis, the president has asked the finance minister to make provisions for a reasonable wage increase for all civil servants in the next budget review. He has also ordered a lowering of income tax on individuals in the upcoming budget to help workers whose incomes have lost value. Now, this is Malawi. Let's hear that of Nigeria. Now, for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who will on Saturday, November 18, leave Abuja for Berlin, Germany, to attend the G20 Compact with Africa CWA conference on November 20, 2023, hosted by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Now, the president will be accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Toga, the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, and the Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoaka Aniti, and the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. Now, the presidential spokesman, Ajure Ngalale, announced this in a statement made some few hours ago. He said during the conference, President Tinubu will join other heads of state and government of CWA members countries, bilateral partners, as well as heads of international organizations to deliberate on the immediate enhancement of economic and business cooperation with a view to outlining concrete measures to boost investment in critical areas such as energy, trade, infrastructure, and new technologies, among others. Now, Ngalale said that the G20 CWA conference will be taking place alongside the fourth G20 Investment Summit co-hosted by the German government and German business associations. Now, he added that the president will sustain the momentum and advance the mission further as he led Nigerian delegation to participate in the investment summit in view of his globally recognized drive for foreign direct investment in Nigeria. Presidential spokesman said this visit is also affirmed President Tinubu's commitment to diplomatic reciprocity as the invitation to Germany from the German Chancellor was being honored following the visit of the German Chancellor to Abuja and Lagos, Nigeria from October 29 to October 30, 2023. He also added that the Nigerian delegation would follow up on productive meetings previously conducted with high-ranking representatives from German business organizations who were part of the official delegation of the German Chancellor to Nigeria, thereby leveraging on the opportunity presented by the fourth G20 Investment Summit. President Tinubu will return to the country following the conclusion of the conference, and the President Tinubu will return to the country following the conclusion of the conference. The president returned to the country as of some few hours ago. Now, you can see two different countries. My colleague is in the house. We can see two different country presidents Malawi said, no, we are cutting down on cost, 50%. Even the issue of salary, there's going to be salary increment for civil servants. They want to cut down on income tax so that those who have salaries can at least make use of their salaries and their income. And he even insisted that all the foreign ministers staying in foreign countries should please come back home because they need to, cushion the effect of this inflation and the devaluation of their money that they got from IMF. But the reverse is a case assignation where the government, the president, went with an entourage, Wale Adon and the rest, and all of this will cost some monies. They're going to stay in some places. They're going to pay some bills. We've borrowed and not cutting costs, and we have also devalued our naira. You just see that even the market forces is playing a lot of games. We're just wondering. This is not there's no tribalism in this one. We're just comparing two different countries, two different African presidents, and their approach to inflation and poverty and economic mess. What's your take on all of this drama playing out?
Well, what I will say here is that from what I have seen, I think that the blueprint of Peter Obi went global. I mean that it went global for those who are seeking for development of their country will take advantage of it and will make good use of it. I'm saying this, not so sure, but I just believe that this is what happened. Because for Malawian president to do what he did, it's a kind of a reflection of what Peter Obi has been saying. He said that when he was in Anambra State, one of the things he did when he came on board was cutting cost of governance. And that's exactly the same thing that this president, Malawian president, is doing. We've gotten money and we intend to invest this money into the economy. But then, if we must do it, we must be sure that it is strictly for the people, for the well-being of the people, and also to improve the infrastructural development of the country. We must ensure we cut cost of governance. And guess what? If cost of governance today becomes cutting cost of governance become a lifestyle in Nigeria, I tell you the whole truth, that the next 80 years, very few people will begin to go for political position. Look at what happened in Liberia. George Obonwe lost the election. Did he struggle? Because, hey, being the president has deprived me from traveling, enjoying myself and all of that. I'm always carrying the burden of the people, and man, the reward is just normal. It's only that I had the opportunity of saving my country. But in Nigeria, that is not what is happening. So, for me, what Malawian president is trying to show is that I will make use of this money as a reasonable president, and I will change the narrative. And come on, nobody should tell me that in the nearest future, Malawans will not start enjoying it. You've even heard what he did. He deprived himself to even enrich his civil servants, just to show you that I am the chief servant here. If you people don't eat, I will not eat. So you guys must eat first before I eat. And that is what we needed. And guess what? It was there in Peter Obi. But like I always say it, I cannot point at Bola Tinubu and say he's corrupt. Buhari is corrupt. Nigerians are corrupt. Power seekers are all corrupt. And that is why they will do everything within their power to be there. Now, imagine what happened. I'm trying to just go around. Imagine what happened in Rivers State. That a sitting a sitting minister would say, even if I tell him to be paying me 20 billion, did he know how I built the political empire or the political structure of Rivers State? Can you just imagine that they gave someone money to manage the people? You have been there for 8 years, you enjoy yourself. But, amidst all of that, you say, okay, even if I told him to be paying me 20, can you hear such a thing in a place like Malawi or in other countries? When the first female president of Malawi, who was the president from 2012 to 2014, came on board, talking about Dr. Joyce, when she came, she said, for the first time in her life, she heard vote buying was in Nigeria. She also made Nigerians to understand that they have Malawi, that they have the best judiciary of all time. That she could still remember during her time that there was a TPEX on the result sheet. Judiciary cancelled it and said they cannot make use of it. That it, as far as there is a pin, just a pin, TPEX on it, they cannot. While here in Nigeria, you see the number of accreditation, 1. The number of people voting, 500. How do you place this? And that same issue will be taken to the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court will, appeal court will mark it right. Say, it's okay. Maybe, we are, these beaver things, we don't really... You understand? Giving room for people to practice corruption is really, really disheartening, I must say. Thumbs up to Malawi, and thank God they have that kind of president. Right now, what I'm seeing is a Peter Obi in Malawian president.
All right, but I just want to add a thing or two. I don't think that all Nigerians are corrupt. I understand the fact that we have very corrupt system, but
I'm
if
not
you
talking
want,
about Nigerians.
if you want, you said Nigerians are corrupt.
Oh,
what
maybe
I do because Peter Obi is a
power
Nigerian.
seekers. Most of the let me put it well. Most of the power seekers are very corrupt. I will say it anyway. Most of Nigerians who are seeking for power, several of them are very. Every time they have a political appointment, is an opportunity to loot. It's an opportunity to enrich themselves. It's an opportunity to expand their financial empire. And that's what we see.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for want of time. Let's meet in our comments.